What's up, my Central Unit Galaxy? It's the Central Man here, so back again with another episode review of Wandavision, Series 1, Episode 8. The title of this episode is called Previously On. By the time this episode review is recorded and posted, will be on a Saturday, not the traditionally on a Wednesday, because the name of this segment is called Wanda Wednesday. Every Wednesday I review an episode of Wandavision, so the reason why I didn't review this episode on Wednesday because I was ill. I suffered a bit of a sore throat. My throat was completely shut, unable to speak. Now I'm better and able to do this review of this episode. Next week we'll be back to normal because next Wednesday I'm reviewing the season finale of Wandavision. It shocked me that they did 9 episodes instead of 10. I thought it was 10, but it's just what it is, so anyway, this episode of WandaVision, this was good, good storytelling. A lot of people think this episode is filler. I don't say it was filler. There was barely any filler on this episode. I think it was good. It basically gave us the answers because how this whole thing began, and they did this very well, in my opinion. Yeah, it wasn't really filler. This is in my opinion, the strongest episode so far of Series 1. This is a time-traveling episode. It's focused on the two characters. The picture on the screen, you see it right now. Yeah, focus on the two characters on this episode, Wanda and Agatha Harkness. Yeah, I think people why think it's filler. They think it's going to be like a proper recap from, the end of episode 7. Yeah, there is no Monica in this episode. No Darcy, no Vision. Not the Vision from our current timeline. He's part of the time traveling sequence. I'll get to that later on in this review. Yeah, it's just focused on, Wanda and Agatha. So, it begins with, and by the way, there's no major plot, minor plot of this episode. First time since episode 4, because the major plot, the major plot of this episode, throughout the last 3 episodes, building up to this episode, is basically, the major plot is, the sitcom, and the minor plots focus on Sword, Hayward, Darcy, Monica. We don't get that in this episode. It's just focused on one single plot. First time since episode 4. It's focused on Wanda and Agatha. It's a time traveling sequence. How this whole Westview sitcom began. So the beginning was very disappointed. I thought we were going to see like a proper origin of Agatha Harkness. Agatha Harkness is Agnes, that's Wanda's neighbor, throughout the whole sitcom so far. And now she's kind of like the big baddie of this episode. And we never got an origin, how she got her powers. She basically got about to be sacrificed, executed because of, I thought it'd be typical witch, Salem, a mob with trying to burn Agatha in the stake, the wooden stake, and then you throw the fire torch into the, about to get burned, but instead that's not really the case. She was part of this witch cult, and she was executed because she was using dark magic, and then she was about to get killed. The witches casting that blue charm, Agatha cast the purple charm, and basically sucked up and drained other witches' energy. They're nothing more than just an empty shell, and then they lead up to the present day. And also Wanda trying to cast the spell on Agatha. Agatha said you can't do it, it doesn't work here. Only the witch who cast the room that allows to use the magic. And then she kind of tied up Wanda with the purple charm, tie her arms behind her back and her legs. She said about the fake Pietro. Wanda says, "Did you did the whole fake Pietro? She called it Pietro. It was a fake Pietro. Peter Maximoff. I call him Peter Maximoff because that's Evan Peters, Quicksilver, not Aaron Taylor Johnson Quicksilver. It's two different. That's just me. She says it wasn't me, only my eyes and ears, and said about the body of your brother is in another continent. with she said like it's got full of holes, you know, a reference of bullet holes, you know, because yeah, it confirms that the real Quicksilver had died in Age of Ultron with bullet holes. That's the reason why she say full of holes, and then she kind of like torturing Wanda's like how you did it, and she say don't know, kind of levitate her, throw her into like a wall like a rag doll, and then she kind of pinched like one of her hair, and then this is led up to a time traveling sequence to Wanda's life, her lifetime between 1999 to the present day. So it started with basically, Wanda goes into, back in time to 1999. I think it was 1999 because in episode 4, that's we begin our program that they bring up like Wanda's age and height, and that's really like Elizabeth Olsen's height and age because she is 32, just turned 32 years of age, and she's 5'6". I thought she was, I thought she was small. I think she's a bit taller than her sisters. That's Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Anyway, yeah, she is 30. Yeah, she was 32 in our timeline. Yeah, she was. I'm guessing she was about 1999. She was born in 89. She was about 10 when her parents died because all of a sudden, she kind of like gone into the time sequence, and she became the younger version of herself, and then they were watching Dick Van Dyke. I think that's the reason why they were had a basket of videotapes with Dick Van Dyke and Malcolm in the Middle. I think these classic sitcoms that Wanda watched is really planting the seeds of WandaVision. Like in episode 1, I think it was based on the Dick Van Dyke, and also Bewitched in episode 2. That's the reason why the concept is, Wanda watched a lot of like old sitcoms. They're watching like Dick Van Dyke, and all of a sudden it was an explosion. I think I got it wrong about like Wanda's parents got killed in a plane crash, but they got killed in an explosion when they're young. And they're speaking in Eastern European accents. Actually, they're from Sokovia. And then Wanda went to America. She ditched her own accent. Not speaking in the Eastern European accent. And she said about like the young Wanda said about like this is a dream. Said like this is a dream. This is the episodes. It ends up as a dream, a bad dream. Nothing's real. They kind of muddied up the waters, like going to the end of this segment and into the next segment. She was about to reach her arm towards the bomb, and I'm guessing like Agatha kind of pulled Wanda out of the memory, and Agatha said to Wanda, how do you stop it? And she said about, was it the probability hex? But she said the bomb was defected. I don't know what the meaning is. Defected means is it never gone off or it's off. It's funny that how they survived, because if they were still in the building, how they got out without being got exploded. The parents died before Wanda and Pietro. I know Pietro. Pietro. Whatever the fuck. Anyway, so. We're in this segment, the next segment, they're in Hydra Lab, so this is going into that Age of Ultron, going towards Age of Ultron. This is going in the post-credit scene of, I think it was that Captain America Winter Soldier. There's a post-credit scene of Wanda and, and Pietro, Quicksilver. They're basically experiment of Hydra, or Strickler, Hydra, whatever the fuck. She got experimented by the Mind Stone. I'm guessing this is like late, like this, because the explosion scene, that was in like late 90s. And I think like the Hydra experiment, that's about, I say late 2000s, early 2010s. Kind of like the post Captain America Winter Soldier segment. And going into Age of Ultron, she was basically, it's very funny, like, she has the power, I think like Agatha said, like, you adapted magic, you don't know it just yet. Yeah, they kind of like muddy up the waters, and then all of a sudden, like in the Hydra Lab segment, basically Wanda touched the Mind Stone. I felt like she got the powers in the Mind Stone, yeah, Wanda's powers, she's got telepathy, telekinesis, she's kind of like, she became the Scarlet Witch, and she saw her future self, she became the Scarlet Witch, and then, moving on to the next segment. The next segment's a bit emotional. This is a really good episode. I give, Elizabeth Olsen some props, she is a good actress, man. She is good, she plays that role damn well. I give Elizabeth Olsen props. Anyway, so the next scene, this is kind of like late 2015, early 2016. This is between Age of Ultron and Captain America's Civil War. This conflict. We had a conflict, between like, Wanda and Vision. This is I think the first time they met. Vision is at this point doesn't know the whole thing yet. Said about like, I don't mean to interrupt because Wanda senses Vision, and then they were watching Malcolm in the Middle, and there's a scene like when Hal, that is Bryan Cranston's character, set up like a shelter in the house, and the shelter kind of collapsed, and Vision says, "Why are we laughing about this man's injuries?" And Wanda says, he's not really injured, and Vision says about, are you certain? That's a different show. You could tell, like, yeah, he's kind of like, you can wonder, is just, yeah, he just moved to a different, moved to the Avengers compound, just lost her brother from Age of Ultron. Yeah, you can tell that's like late 2015, early 2016. Said about like, there's a wave keeps knocking me down. I'm trying to get back up. It keeps knocking me over again. Something about a wave keep knocking her. What? Basically, I think she said about, her line says, "There's a wave keep washing her, trying to knock me down, trying to get back up. It keeps knocking me down again." And Vision says about, I got used to this. I never experienced loss because I never have a loved one to lose. And he said about one word. This is one thing kind of is a good point. It's kind of like, he said about what is grief. If it's not love, persevering. Love is not persevering, and I think they kind of kiss. Because because at this time period, it's a shame they never got some more screen time. In Civil War, that's a great example. Civil War, Infinity War, because I think this show we're allowed to see, Vision has some personality, For Paul Bettany, he's a good character, man. I give Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen 100%. We never got that entrance that developed the feelings between, Scarlet Witch, Wanda, and Vision in Captain America: Civil War, in Avengers, Infinity War. I'm gonna say Endgames, but Infinity War, because Vision got killed off in Infinity War. So, yeah, you can tell, like, there's, like, grief. Yeah, she was a bit grieving about her brother. So, and she said about the only thing she comforts her if seeing her again. So the only thing that makes her happy is seeing Pietro again, but that's not going to happen. And this scene, the next scene is basically, you thought this is going to set up the West. This is setting up the Westview sitcom. In the scenes in episode 4, Hayward, we got Hayward, because Hayward appeared in only a time traveling sequence, not the Hayward from the current timeline. Wanda going into Sword headquarters, in the scene for, like, Hayward for Wanda storming into Sword headquarters to get the body of Vision. Basically, it's all planted for Sword to allow Wanda to see Vision one last time, and they introduce Hayward. Oh yeah, his first name is Tyler Hayward. I don't like fucking Hayward. He's a dickhead. I find him more of a dickhead. I'm sorry, it's kind of true. He's just a wanker. He's just more of a dickhead. Does not allow Wanda in this scene not to giving Wanda some closure, because this is like Endgames. This was after the blap, the Vision, because Wanda got blapped. Then like in the episode 4 it says Wanda could beat Thanos if she never got, defeated Thanos if she didn't got blapped. It's kind of true. She might, because she's all super powered. She's a witch. And yeah, I think Hayward didn't got blapped. He's basically the glue to keep Sword around, keep it afloat. I don't know about Sword. I think it's just a B-rated version of Shield. I like Shield more. I don't like. He's trying to be. I don't know about the Hayward character. I think he's trying to be their version of, trying to mix a bit of, I don't know, Coulson and a little bit of Nick Fury. I like Nick Fury. I'm not a fan of Coulson, but I'm a big fan of Nick Fury. Yeah, there was two versions of Nick Fury. You got, a guy, the black guy version of Nick Fury, and the white, and what Nick Fury as a white person. There's two versions of Nick Fury. So anyway, so basically, instead of, I thought like, in the scene from episode 4 that Wanda, basically storm into Sword's headquarters, get the body of Vision. Unfortunately, that's not the case. They kind of allowed Wanda enter the building, and basically they took the body of Vision piece by piece. That really see Wanda a bit upset, and you thought like Wanda wants to bring back Vision back to life. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Wanda said she wants to basically bury Vision, and that she won. I think that's really Wanda wants to bury Vision, give him a funeral, and then probably move on. I think the ending's gonna be. I haven't saw the ending yet because you have to wait till next Wednesday to find out that this is. Yeah, you can tell Wanda is grieving. She's the only character went from hell to back. And Hayward's been a dickhead, said about you cannot bring $3 billion of Vibarium. Oh, he called him Vision a weapon because Wanda says he's not a weapon. Yeah, $3 billion of Vibarium. It's really funny how the fuck they got Vision back in America, because the last time we saw Vision died in Wakanda. How the living folk they got permission to bring the Vision body out of Wakanda and back in America? I don't understand, unless, I'm guessing like the leader of Wakanda is T'Challa. He's the Black Panther, he's the leader of Wakanda. And how they got the permission to, because he died in Wakanda soil in Infinity War. How the hell, they allowed to get that permission? So basically, I think Wanda says stop it. She broke the glass. I thought that's gonna be it. She basically is gonna storm, kicking, basically killing the researchers. They're researching on Vision's body. Kill him. Probably kill the doctors trying to work on Vision's body. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And said about Hayward said about bringing Vision online or back to life. That's not really the case. Wanda just want to bring the body and bury her, But seeing, I think it really upsets Wanda seeing Vision's body in pieces. So basically, she went down there, touched the head of Vision, said about I can't feel you. Yeah, I don't like Hayward, man. He's a dickhead. He is a proper dickhead. He's a wanker. I don't want to see him in future TV shows or movies or Marvel. Get the fuck out of here. I want to see that man getting a comeuppance. Whether it's like Wanda killing Hayward, or even Agatha killing Hayward. I want to see that man getting killed. It really, the one thing he said to Monica in the, I think it was the fifth episode. No, not fifth episode. I think it was the fifth episode. It's been like 2-3 weeks I review episode 5 of Wandavision. She said about, he said to Monica, I'm glad you never around when your mom died. That is fucking, I said, what a fucking wanker. Hope he gets his comeuppance, Anyway, so he kind of left Sword headquarters. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I'm guessing Hayward it shit stirs, got the footage of Wanda going near Vision's body, and then it's subclaiming. They're making her Wanda's the threat. They're trying to take down Wanda. That's really Hayward's plan going into the season finale of the show. Kind of lied to Monica, but I think Hayward knew that Wanda didn't storm into, because basically he didn't basically Wanda break down the door, and then instead of holding a lot of people hostage in the Sword headquarters. She's basically touched the head of Vision. Can't feel you. She left and went on to go to Westview. And then it's really funny that in episode 4, sorry, that when Wu and Monica reach Westview, the sign, and you got two policemen says, "Oh, it doesn't exist," and this is like before, and then all of a sudden, like when Wanda like drives to Westview, you got some characters who's from the sitcom. You got the black guy, that's Herb. You got the guy with the tash. What's his name? I can't remember. I thought it was Norm because Vision called him like Norm is a communist. Yeah, the guy with the tash, but I don't know what his name. Write down in the comment section if you know. You got Vision's boss's wife. I don't, because we haven't saw her since the talent show episode. Yeah, driving around placidly, she hold like I think it was a blueprint or like a deed to the house says growing old. I don't know about Vision because Vision's not really human. He's a robot. Wanda she can't grow old because she's human. She basically broke down in tears, and then all of a sudden we know the answer is Wanda. Wanda all this time create this Westview universe, and then all of a sudden the red of her charm kind of blast the whole of Westview, and then everyone's get absorbed into the sitcom, and then all of a sudden she create her own version of Vision, and that set up episode 1, and that was it. And then in the end, you got, they're looking, because Wanda want to find out what happened to the boys. Agatha got the boys by the necks with her purple charm. She ended it like you're the Scarlet Witch. That set up the season finale of the show. And then in the post-credit scene, we got the White Vision. The White Vision. I'm guessing Sword create his version of Vision. They create their version of Vision. The white version. I'm guessing the white version of Vision is gonna be motionless. Don't remember who is one. Don't remember Wanda. It's not really because I don't know how, because it's like he'll be a proper robot. He's not like because Vision was created by he was alive with the Soul Stone, not the Mind Stone, but the Soul Stone. I think it was the Mind Stone or the Soul Stone, the yellow Infinity Stone. But I'm guessing this is a fight between the it's confirmed that the real Vision is dead. That set up could be a sad ending or a beautiful ending. Don't give me spoilers of episode 9. Wait until Wednesday when I review it. I don't know if it is Paul Bettany gonna stay on as Vision. I think it's two things. I could see Paul Bettany staying on as Vision for maybe. If I don't know if they're gonna do a second season of Wandavision or that's just a one-off, or he could come back in future movies, or this show Wandavision is basically Paul Bettany's swan song. It got me feeling that he's the longest serving actor to be in the MCU. He's been there since 2008, played in Iron Man 1. He was Jarvis. And then Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, a little bit as he's basically the butler, the computer butler of Tony Stark, and then Vision in Age of Ultron. He's been there for 13 years. I think the two longest serving actors who've been in the MCU has to be like Paul Bettany and Samuel L. Jackson, as Nick Fury, because he appeared in the post-credit scene of Iron Man 1. And then the second longest serving actor has to be Robert Downey Jr. because his time came to an end at Endgame. He's been there since 2008. The third longest serving character, the third longest serving actress or actor in the MCU has to be Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Her swan song has to be Black Widow. I'm guessing this movie, it's got to be this year, so that'll be ended for 11 years. She's been, her first appearance was in Iron Man 2. So anyway, I don't know if he's gonna stay on or gonna leave. Talking about Paul Bettany. So I don't know. I think it's a good idea. Not focus. Do not put like Monica and Darcy and the Vision from the Hex in this episode. We just want to see what the whole thing began. And now we got it. Wanda, went to Westview, and then went to the place that possibly got the dream house between her and Vision. She cried, and then all of a sudden started the whole Westview Hex, and then the sitcom, and then introducing like characters of the show, not Agnes, but like Herb, and Vision's his boss's wife. I think it's Diana, that's her name, and the guy with the tash. Yeah, maybe not Norm as well, because Monica got sucked into the Hex the first time, and that she became Jardine, in the sitcom in the second and third episode before she got kicked out of the Hex, and then returned the Hex in the previous episode. In the post-credit scene, we never saw the Quicksilver from the previous post-credit scene from episode 7. Probably in episode 9. That will be next week. It's set up with like a good. I don't know. It's gonna be a flop. I think it's gonna be a good season finale, because I think a lot of people have already just seen the season finale. Not me yet. I haven't saw it yet. I can't wait. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a recap of the overall review of series 1 of WandaVision. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe or maybe not. So. It's just what it is, so you have to wait. So, yeah, I'm going to end it. So, yeah, this episode is strong. It told a good story, good storytelling, good. This was emotional. Good emotional, really good acting of Elizabeth Olsen. The scenes with the scene with her and Vision, and then broke down in tears, and in the scene when like she started this Westview universe. It told a good story how she began this whole thing. It's Wanda all along. Agatha's just basically, I don't know, pulling the strings. It could set up a fight between Wanda and Agatha. I don't know. So what's her name? What's her name? The actress played Agatha / Agnes? I think it was Catherine Hahn. Catherine Hahn for me, overall in those 2 episodes. In the end of episode 7 and in this episode, and even the overall in the start of this show, she played that character damn well. Her character never came off annoying. She came out very well, when she was Agnes, and then Agatha is like she's a great, if you put this in wrestling terms, she's an okay babyface, but an amazing as a heel. She's a good guy. She was kind of like the sidekick of one of the co-stars of, WandaVision, the sitcom. And then all of a sudden, a great villain going into the final 3 episodes of the show. I don't know if she's going to stick around for the next. I don't know. If she got. I don't know. I don't think she's going to get killed off. That could really piss a lot of fans off if see Catherine Hahn not going to renounce her role as Agatha Harkness in future installments, whether they're going to do a season 2 of WandaVision, or even like a period in future movies. But I think we don't know. I think wait and find out if they're going to renounce for a second season. I'm trying to look it. I'll look it up after I review and watch episode 9. So I'm going to end this episode review of WandaVision episode 8 of the first season. So anyway, so yeah, this episode is good. It's the strongest episode so far. I don't know. I put it top 1. I put it in the top 2 alongside the top 4 has to be episode 8, episode 7, episode 5, and episode 3. It's just like it got more good. It's advancing into the storyline. Like the other few episodes are not so advanced into the storyline. Progressive. It's gonna set up a good season finale. And who knows? I don't know. I don't really call this show the start of Phase 4. I don't know what's the original plan for this show. Is it going to be a show, or is it going to be like a movie? I think it will plans to do. I don't know if they're going to do a movie. If it's going to be the original plans of a movie, because it was mud. Yeah, the plans kind of messed up because of the COVID plans, but I like it more of a show than a movie, man. I wish they do more movie shows than movies. That's just me, because they're doing the because after the next one, the next Marvel show is the Winter Soldier and Falcon show. I can't wait. I want to see how they do well. I think there's some good chemistry between Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. So yeah, I can't wait. That's next week, the start of the Falcon Winter Soldier show. I thought it was a movie. I swear to God that was a movie. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I thought like Black Widow was going to be the first movie of Phase 4. I think that was the original plan. Black Widow was supposed to be the first movie of Phase 4, and probably Wandavision next. I don't know. I think, yeah, some movies kind of set back a year or two because of the COVID pandemic. So, anyway, I'm going to end this episode review. Yeah, strongest episode of Series 1 so far. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed my review of Series 1, Episode 8 of WandaVision. Previously on, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button. Click the notification bell. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos, Marvel videos, watch all my previous 7 episodes of WandaVision, and also my previous movie reviews of the MCU. And we'll see you next time for the season finale of WandaVision. Yeah, this is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.